I'm gonna be real with y'all. None of us really had anything funny to start it off, a la Trixie and Katya. So we're here, we're queer. This is Lip Sync Video Review with Blake and Mikey, and our not very special guest judge, who we just kind of pulled on because nobody else wanted to do it this week. We have Sean.
Doing? I'm Sean, and I'm here, and I'm not special, but I have opinions. Nice, mostly. So there you go.
Truth be told, we did kind of have something with our names because it was namesake week until Sean pointed out that it was B, S, and M, and that wasn't going to fly with me.
Drew somebody else drew it in here so we can have BDSM lip sync review, but
No.
that didn't get past the radar here.
That's how we're going to start the video off. And with that, why don't we launch to our first lip syncer before I really actually try to kill myself?
Up first, we have Andrea doing her best Derek Barry as the Tin Man impression. Andrea, I really enjoyed this video. It gave me season 1 nostalgia vibes really hard because it's just so performance and look and emphasis on the lip sync without any other real bells and whistles. Yes, you were painted silver, that is a bell and a whistle, but no other added effects because you don't need them. Despite playing a robot, you had heart. There was a lot of life in this performance for something that would be an inanimate object. It was a great concept for the song. I love the way that you handled the instrumental and the fade out, and I just want to see more of this kind of video from you. This is a complete toot for me.
Wait, am I up next? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna totally agree with Mikey. I thought this video was super cute. After you're seeing your audition, I didn't know what to expect. I'd seen you in the Discord, you're really funny, and all that, but I wasn't sure what to expect. I liked your audition. I thought it was cute, but I wasn't sure what to expect. And I thought this was such an improvement. I thought it was super cute. I love that you're already thinking on that kind of conceptual level. The one note that I would have, maybe there's a couple other people that did something like this. I'm probably gonna reference Roxas's or Tony's video. Maybe you could have added a prop maybe 3/4 of the way through near the end to try to in there. But other than that, that's just a personal thing. But I loved it. Continue doing what you're doing. I can't wait to see what you did next because I was completely shocked, blown away. I really liked it. It's such a huge transformation from your first video, and I give this an absolute 2.
Okay, so I'm here to gush about you, Andrea, because I am obsessed with you and I'm obsessed with this video. So first of all, if we want to talk about growth in lip sync for your life, I think you are a prime case of how to grow. Because going from your audition to this, when you walked out in this silver ass getup and you started doing the goddamn robot, I don't know if you were in the Together Tube, but I lost my shit. I completely was not ready for this because this is such a clear concept. It's overlaid. You are moving. You are having fun. Your lip sync is tight. I was so surprised about this from you. And I was really excited to have you on this season. I didn't know how you were going to do, but you blew this out of the water. It's so good. The one critique I have is that I think you need to enunciate your mouth movements more. And there's a few people who I know that do this very well. Tony in her video this week, and that's something I'll get to with her, but really it's only this video that she did this week. She normally has some problems with enunciating, but she did it really well this week. Jordan from season 5 is fantastic about it. Harper from season 2 and All Stars is fantastic about it. And I'm gonna toot my own horn in that I'm pretty good at moving my mouth. So take a look at some videos from those people. Try to look at how they're shaping their lips around the words. And if you can kind of exaggerate it a little bit more, I think that'll take your videos to the next level. But honestly, this was a shoot for me. I just love this video so much, and I'm so proud of you, Andrea. Please keep kicking ass.
Great, so next up is Asphyxia or Onyx and Jacob. And let's start with this. I thought that your intro, like with the black and white, set the tone for the sync really well. It like really set up the whole vibe. It's really set up a good vibe for the sync. I thought like the dancing was good. I thought it was definitely like impressive given like the constraints of your space. Um, what I would say is I felt like the dancing, while it was good, I felt it was very like club performance, which I guess isn't a bad thing, but I felt like it could have used like just a tidbit more like fluidity. But like I'm impressed by a lot of your dance moves. I would have loved to see you do something like a little bit to really tie in and sell the story that you like set the tone for at the start. Um, the camera was like a little bit far. I would have loved to see like the camera either zoom in or use like a different part of the pool. But I know you talked about that like on voice chat the other day about like as far as like filming, so I understand. Um, Dancing was good. I like how you set the tone for it. I think you definitely have room to grow. I mean, I've seen some of your auditions. You're definitely like a dancer. I just like to see a little bit more, I guess, fluidity, and really like selling the story. But for me, it's a toot for me.
So, like, this video has been incredibly polarizing among everybody, and I think you're aware of that. You've gotten some pretty crazy reception from people, and I'm on the side that I did actually like this video. I was really impressed when I watched it the first time. I've heard a lot of different opinions about it, and I can understand where people are coming from. And I don't really have much critique for you myself. I think you've heard a lot of it, and I think you have a lot. What I want to say to you is that I noticed you said something in voice chat that was, I worked really hard on this outfit and not much else. And I'm probably paraphrasing that, and I'm kind of taking it out of context a little bit. But your outfit's great. I love the bra. I think, you talked about how you didn't want to get your $200 shoes wet in the pool. That's fine. But above all else, this is a lip syncing competition. It was hard to see your lips, and we all wanted you to jump in the pool because we all thought you were going to, because that was going to be the gag of the video, and you never did. And that's where my problem with this video lies, is that I feel like you kind of focused more on the look aspect of this, and then you also kind of baited us because you wanted to have a cool scene. I think your dancing was cool. I think the outfit was cool. I think the lip sync was mostly tight. But I was just kind of, I don't know. I'm really, really torn about this video. I don't know how to feel about it. I hope that you take the critique that you've been given from everybody else to heart and understand that it's not personal, that we are legitimately just trying to help you grow. And I hope that you understand that nobody's out to get you in this community, and that we want to see you succeed in this competition because we want to see everybody succeed. And with that, I'll toot it. I'll toot the video. But you have a lot of work ahead of you.
I'd like to retweet what Blake said about like we're definitely like here to, if any critiques, like we're definitely here to like see you get better. Like no feedback, like for the most part, is meant to like meant to like hurt you. Like, you know.
Yeah, Jacob, the thing that I like about you is that you have this innate ability to grab and command attention immediately when you're on screen. It was my favorite thing about your audition last week, and it's something that you still had this week. As you rounded that corner in black and white, and then the video changed to color, I was like, all right, I'm in. You have my complete and undivided attention. The other thing that you did with that was, by being on the phone, you set up a story. The only issue that I had with your video, your outfit was cute, you danced well, the only issue I had was that you gave me story blue balls. If you're going to start a story, I need to have an ending to that story at the end. Jumping in the pool, yeah, okay, that would have been a gag, but I needed something that ended your story or that created a different concept for all of this. If you're just showing off for this guy that you can't be with anymore and you want to show him what he's missing out on, that's fantastic, but I need something, an end bumper where you just have a comment, something that ends your story. Because the story that you told in your video last week was really clear. The other thing is you went from being face in camera to so far away that it was difficult to see. You understand that. Moving forward, you'll do something a little bit different. I agree. Make sure that the emphasis is always on the lip sync performance aspect more so than the other things that you can do, because you are very talented at lip syncing. So please don't let that go by the wayside and kind of show us how sickening you look in an outfit. Because yes, that's fantastic, and it was worth the effort that you put into it. But the payoff of your story wasn't there. This video is still a toot for me. It's not my favorite video of the week, but I do think that you did well with what you presented, and I kind of am excited to see what you do for Funk Week.
And up next, we have the illustrious Boy Named Queen doing one of my least favorite songs in the world. Yeah, no, I hate the song, and you know that. I'm just going to say that I saw your first take of this video, and I'm so glad you refilmed, because this is so much better. You know, there's a clear, coherent story. You are clearly deranged, both in and out of this video, and you portrayed that very, very well. I love the concept of, like, you know, your competitors on your arm. I think that's really cute. I think your set dressing was pretty correct for the video. I wish you had maybe been standing. I wish you could have, like, been able to move a little bit more, but even sitting, your movements were very, very solid. Your sync is disgustingly tight. It almost terrifies me how tight it is. You know, I mean, it was a good video. It wasn't my favorite of the week. It's not my favorite video of yours so far. I really, really loved your audition, and I don't think this is a step down by any means, but I know that you can really, really produce amazing videos, and at least for me, this isn't meeting what I know you're able to do, even though it was still good. So I would encourage you to really, really push yourself for Funk Week. Try to, like, go for it. I know that's really vague and probably doesn't mean anything, but if it doesn't make sense, you know, please PM me. And that's to everybody. If anything we say doesn't make sense, let us know. We'll talk it through with you. But with that, pretty easy to it.
Yeah, I enjoyed this immensely. I think that it was a really smart concept that you went for. You gave the character very well. Blake is dead on that you probably have the tightest lip sync in the competition at this point. I know we're only 2 weeks in. That's kind of lofty to say, but of your 2 videos, that's been the thing that you are most consistent about. I think that you really sell the crazy ex-girlfriend thing a little too well. That was the thing that scared me, and I think your boyfriend should be fearful of that. And the reveal of the guys' names on your arms killed me. Moving forward, the only thing I will say to you, so help you God, do not film another video sitting down. It completely stunts you in terms of what you can do, and it limits you completely in terms of action. Yes, it made sense for this, for your concept, but for Funk Week especially, please be standing, because there's no way you can give Funk sitting down. But other than that, it is a complete toot for me.
Yeah, I'm not like super observant, and I like until people pointed it out, I didn't actually know you were sitting down. So there's me. A great build on your audition. I love again that like Andrea, you're starting to think conceptually already out of the gate. Like, I thought it was like a great build on your audition in that way. And your face is like so expressive. I just love all the different emotions that you were giving. You were serving the type of intensity that like I personally love in like a lip sync. So I give you like major props for that. Nothing really felt static in the sync. The look, like, it was simple, but like it did its job. Like this kind of look is like all I personally require from like a sync. And what I was talking about a little bit, what Mikey and I were like talking about with like Jacob's video, it had like a build, you know, and then it had like this payoff in the end. Like you gave us the payoff with the writing the names on your arms. You know, it was a cute like foray into like, you know, hopefully bigger concepts to come. Overall, like I thought this was like a great second video. I'd love to see you like push it further conceptually in the future, go bigger with concepts. I like encourage you to and invite you to go bigger with concepts in future syncs. And yeah, this is like one of the easiest toots of the week for me.
And up next, we have my favorite drag name. Just to start this off real quick, I tell everybody about your name because it is legitimately my favorite fucking drag name. Oh, this is trying to kill myself, by the way.
Pose.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Hate it.
I hate the video. I really hate the video. I get what you were going for. The look is cute. It's like very like retro 50s housewife, and I think like the blue hair is like a really funny touch. Um, I think this is so out of your wheelhouse for what I was expecting you to do, and I think that's why like I I was surprised watching it, and I'm glad that you're stepping out of what the preconceived notion that I've put you in is, but I think your movements felt really like kind of spastic almost. I hate using that word, but like rigid. They felt very rigid. That's what I'm looking for. And it was kind of weird to watch. I think the emotion in your face was kind of weird, especially for what the song was calling for. Like it was very Eureka in Best of My Love, in that she looked super constipated in such a happy song, and you just looked really pissed off the whole time. Um, you know, it really felt like you were trying to be Sally trademark, but it didn't work for me. Um, I don't know what the problem is with this video. I don't know if you're not comfortable on camera yet. I don't know if it was a bad song choice. I don't know. If you want some more like actual constructive critique and you want to like talk this through with me, I think I could help you more if we were able to have a conversation about it. But for now, like I'm gonna have to boot this video.
I liked kind of the awkwardness that you had this week, China. I think that it made sense for the character that you were portraying. For me, it was that thing of that meme, white girls dance to the lyrics of the song and not a beat. That's 100% what you were portraying for me. The lip sync itself was good. My problem with it was the instrumental breaks, and that song had a few. Either find something to do during them, because it just felt like you were in and out of character and in and out of like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to wiggle a little. So I would say look at what Jack did during the instrumental breaks in his, but please don't dab. Or do what I do and just choose songs that don't have them. The other option would be to edit your audio a little bit to kind of adjust for that. So I would say just make sure that your characterization is clear and consistent, and break up the monotony a little bit in terms of your movement. It's a soft toot for me. I think that you still are working at getting more comfortable in front of the camera, but I did see improvement in that area, so good job.
All right, and I'm last. So you have a blue wig, so like I automatically have to toot it. No, just kidding. As I thought with a lot of things, I thought this was like an improvement on your audition. Blake said your moves were a little bit rigid, and like I'd agree that like your movement were still a little bit, but I thought you seemed a little bit more natural on camera, at least for me. In your audition, I thought your movements flowed a little bit better. A tidbit of like nerves in there. Maybe that was the character you're going for. Maybe it's just like honestly like nerves. And that's normal because it's like your second video. It's it's hard to like sometimes get comfortable on the camera. I totally relate to that. I thought that you had a good range of expressions. I would have liked to see you like like really like give it to the camera as far as like your eyes. The one thing I would say as far as your movements, like they felt a little bit like I thought your movements in the last video were a little bit like for like not stilted, but like I thought they were a little bit like I felt like they flowed a little bit better, but you had this like kind of two-handed like cross the chest move that you repeated a few times. Definitely like watch that. Maybe like you could film like a practice take, watch it back, look at yourself in front of the mirror when you're like practicing syncing. That's that. I'd like to see you perhaps like you're doing like similar to what Mikey said. I wish you tied it together with like some kind of like overarching concept or storyline like a couple other people are doing. Um, I think you're like one of the most unique people in the chat. I love you as a person. I think you're like unique, you're funny, you're charismatic. I'd love to see you like infuse a lot of like your unique like sense of personality into your videos. Like I'm getting a little bit of it from your two videos, but I'd really like to see you like put yourself into the videos like and like give it, you know? Um and it's like a very it's not like a like hard boot. It's like a very soft boot, like a very gentle boot. But this again, this was a step up for me from your audition, so I'd love to see what you do like going forward, hopefully. So next up is Giraffe Doris Buckle. And I'm gonna start this off. So unrelated to your video, but I think like I just want to say that I think you've improved a ton since you've been in the community. Like a lot of your off-season videos and your carry-ons have like continued to get better. You've continued to listen to critiques, raise the bar, culminating in your audition, which I really liked. Um, what I would say about this is like you definitely had like a concept, like a lot of it, at least a little bit of a concept. What I missed a little bit of it though was like you were definitely giving a bit of like sorrow that the song required in your sync, but I wish you'd gone like a little bit bigger. Like I was missing a little bit of like a lot of the intensity that I got from your like audition sync. Like I wish you had made a lot of your like enunciation. Maybe that's just me because I'm like one of those people like go bigger with your expressions. Da 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 da. But I wish I just gotten a little bit more like expression. Like your eyes were telling a little bit of the expression of the song. I I just wanted you to go. I just wanted you to go bigger. I guess another note, just as far as the syncing, is I noticed a couple times near the end of your phrases, you're where you should have held the note. Like I understand that's a difficult thing because like I've gotten that critique before. Like I've had issues with it too. So, you know, it's just something to work on. It's like the concept was the whatever kind of concept you were selling, like the outfit tied it together. But I wish like you were pushing more of a storyline again. Like I've said a couple times, I guess. So I'm kind of on the fence about it in comparison to a lot of other videos this week. Um, I'm on the fence about a couple other videos, like at all. Like it certainly wasn't. Like again, like I said, you've definitely gotten a lot better community. I'm gonna say this is a similar to like China's, but it's a very like gentle boot, And I think you definitely have like room to improve. Like I hope you stay this week, and I hope we another video from you, definitely. So yeah.
I uh, I didn't really care for this video at all. It felt really basic. It like I got it. I understood where you were going with it. You were kind of sorrowful. Your overlay was on, which again, like I'm so glad that you're overlaying correctly now. It only took like 3 years. Um, I, I, this is not a drag competition, and I'm not gonna like knock you for your look, but having such like kind of awkward lipstick and eyeliner almost feels a bit lazy to me. Like, you can reapply it. It doesn't have to look so shoddy, and it does. And that just kind of, I don't know. It feels like you didn't really care. And I was just so excited after your audition, and I feel like this is kind of a step down. And I'm really disappointed for that. I hope that this is just kind of like a one-off thing and that you keep improving, but I would maybe try to not do a slower song for Funk Week, which obviously you can't, but try to do something that isn't in the realm of the first two videos and show us more of that growth in a way that is higher energy and that is more fun for you. But on that note, I mean, I gotta boot this video.
I will say there was a lot of good emotion in this video. I think that the framing was perfect because that's something that I said about last week's, that the framing was just a little bit weird. I think that the note about it being very similar to your audition is fair. I think that it was kind of the same genre of music, but also the same kind of emotion that you're giving. So I would say maybe vary that a little bit. So with funk, we're looking for something fun, something upbeat, and you like I know that you can give that, so that's what I'm looking for. The lip sync itself, while the overlay was correct, the lip sync itself was not as tight as it could have been. Especially with something that's so slow as this, it's really obvious when it's not. Also, the other thing with slow songs, and this is something that everybody can benefit from, pay attention to where the singer draws breath, because that will help the phrasing and help it look like you're actually singing like the singer is. So just make sure that you kind of pay attention to those things, fine-tune that, and I think that would have amped this video up and will help you in future weeks. Unfortunately for me, this is a boot, but I do think that there are great things in this and things that you can kind of take to work on for next week.
And up next, the queen of all queens, Gissy. I literally have like one sentence for you. This is not personal. You know I adore you. This is the exact same thing as your audition. And I'm gonna boot it for that. I know that you have things going on. I get it. I'm not holding that against you. It's just the same thing. So I gave you the critique I gave you last week. I hope that you take that for this video as well.
Okay. No, I guess I'll agree with Blake that it was like very similar to your audition, but I actually thought that it was like a really unexpected choice for like a name week theme, because a lot of people were expecting a song and then you gave us like spoken word. So that was definitely cool. That was definitely like unexpected for me. Like I absolutely didn't expect somebody to do spoken word. So that was cool. The overlay was just a tidbit off, but I feel like a bunch of people have already said that. I actually thought that the lighting worked a little bit for like the type of tone of the monologue that you did. But I wish you would have given like a similar kind of dark framed like lighting situation to like Raven's video. Like if you've seen Raven's video with the lighting setup, I wish like it had that kind of lighting setup, because I feel like that would have enhanced the video. I think that in general you have a very like expressive face. Like spoken word is obviously something that you do really, really well. Like so you definitely hit the emotion on the monologue really, really well. I think it's just a matter of building on that by like doing things with your lighting, even like something simple as like what people have said with like a clamp lighting, stuff like that. Like you can build on that. You steered on the camera really well. I didn't feel like any nerves. So kudos on that, because I don't think I can do that. Like I really like felt what you were saying, even if the overlay was off. And but yeah, I'd love to see you like do something different, like push it a little bit more. But it's definitely a tutable video for me. Definitely a tutable video for me.
This was one of my favorite videos of the week. Yes, the overlay was off. It was ahead of where it should have been, and it threw that part off. But watching the acting that was in this video, it's masterful. Was it similar in idea to the audition? Absolutely it was. However, the audition was comedy and played well as comedy, and this was pure drama. The amount of emotion and characterization that you gave for this was a hard piece, much harder even than I think the audition was, to get across with nothing, bare bones, you in front of a wall. To be able to give this character so much life without anything just goes to show how talented you are at lip syncing and how scared everybody should be for spoken word with you, because this was fantastic. Fine-tune your overlay. If you need help, post it before you submit it. Somebody can help you. Like, there's no shame in that. We're happy to help you with anything, any of you, with anything that we can. but that would be the only thing that would have made this video a shoot for me. It is a complete and utter toot, and I cannot wait to see what you do for Funk Week. And up next we have Yanto. The video that Yanto put together this week was extremely stylish. I think that the effects are unparalleled in anybody that has ever come through this competition. It really adds to the package that you present. The problem that I had this week with the video compared to Liability, it felt like you were very emotionally invested in that song, and it felt less so this week. I think that if you had done the exact same presentation with a different song, or perhaps just kind of gave a little bit more emotion in the performance, it would have sold it a little bit more for me. Intros, I can take or leave. They're not my favorite thing in the world, but I think that this one was well done. I would say, just as you choose songs moving forward, especially with Funk Week, make sure that you're connected to it somehow. You may have been connected to this one, and it just didn't come across to me as a viewer. I just wish that there had been a little bit more of a clear connection for the audience. So that's really the hang up for me. I'm gonna give it a toot, but it's a safe toot. I'm not as effusive about this week as last week.
I'm in like a similar boat to Mikey for sure. The intro again, like it was like a minute, but I didn't feel like it like detracted from the video. Like I'm personally a fan of like people that like tell the story through like their sync and like the look. But again, like I feel like it flowed. Like, you know, it's definitely a cool intro. It's like the intro to Jacob's video. I can't say their name. It's similar to Jacob's video, where I felt like it set the tone for the video really well. And you did a lot of things well. Like I didn't really like completely understand the storyline. The song was really cool. Like I already like your taste in music. I didn't, but I think you emote really well. Like you sold the song. You understand like a lot of things that are like key to the competition already. Like you understand framing, you know how to emote well. You do a lot of things really competently. Again, I just want to see you like push it, like really like tell a story. I didn't get by your song, but I didn't see anything like really bad with it. Like you did a ton of things really well. It just wasn't, again, it didn't live up to your audition for me, but I felt like it was a good, competent video, and I give this, like, it's a pretty easy toot for me.
Okay, I fucking love this video! I feel like nobody's excited about this video as I am, but holy shit, this is so good. I think the song choice, like, I've never heard it, but this is, like, now one of my favorite songs, so jot that down. I think the look was right. I know I berated you for a 1-minute intro, but I think it really, really worked. It was almost fucking cinematic, and I think it was just so goddamn cool. I think, like, your sync was super tight. I think your movements were, like, they weren't necessarily varied, but I feel like they didn't have to be for this song. Like, this was very much like that 2013, I'm an emo punk rock kid. It was very that, and I'm super into that aesthetic. I think, like, I love this video. I had so much fun watching it. I took a picture of myself while I was watching it, and, like, I'll show it to you if you want, but I just look so damn happy because it's such a good video. I'm seriously gushing about it. I'm obsessed. Like,
if you want.
Maybe. This is such an easy shoot for me. Like, this is such a good video.
Jack Knife, a resident drag king in the competition, and I absolutely 100% love this video. I love your humor in the beginning. I thought like it was super cute, like the way you like set up the video. I actually like, I feel like Mikey is gonna say something about the dabs, like on like the record beat, the screech thing that was going on. But I thought it was like I busted out laughing. I wish you filmed with the camera just a tidbit back, like, but I like screamed at like certain parts of this video when you were like just standing still when it hit like one of the jump arounds. Like I was like about like 2 minutes and like I died. Like just I love your humor. Like I thought this was super super cute. Forward for me. Well, like I've loved both of your videos so far. Like is like both of them are like both weeks are my like one of one of my favorite videos of the week for both weeks. But I encourage you to like test out like different locations. Like again, try to figure out your lighting situation. Not that the lighting was like really bad here, but there was a little bit of a shadow on your face. Like maybe figure out like your lighting with clamp lightings. Test out different locations for filming. You know, if you can. Um, obscuring, but like I feel like the lighting will help the quality of your videos as well. But again, it didn't really like detract from the video at all for me. So this is like a very easy toot for me. It's like absolutely one of my favorite videos of the week.
Okay, so you know that I am completely obsessed with you, and that you are one of my favorite people that is during the Discord because you're so fucking funny. And I need to remind you of that because I think everybody needs to hear that sometimes. Yeah, no, I love this video. I think you you showed a lot of growth from your audition. You clearly took critique. You weren't sitting down. You worked on your lighting, which I understand your camera is sketchy at best. And you made do with what you had. You were really high energy. You were really fun. I feel like this was super on brand for who I know Jackknife to be. And I love learning about this character of yours. And it was just such a fun video. Um, if at all possible, I don't know what you record with, but I think I mentioned it in last week, but if you have like an iPhone or like even an iPad or something, it would be better than this camera. I'm not gonna knock you too much for it. I'm just insane. Um, I hated the dabbing. I absolutely despised it, and I hated it. Um,
I
yeah.
love it.
No, shut up, Sean. It was terrible. Um, my one critique is going to be that I hope you push yourself outside of this little box that you've kind of started to put yourself in a little bit with your movements and like what you kind of like to do in syncing with Funk Week. And I think you're gonna have to do that. So I'm really excited to see what you choose to do with that. But on that note, this is a really easy two for me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. Most of my notes are written in all caps because I just could not handle it. Um, you look like if Axe body spray became sentient. I think that that's what I'm going to do for every time that you are you do a video. I'm going to compare you to something because it makes me laugh, and I think that you appreciated it. Tell me if that's incorrect, but I'm going to continue to do it until otherwise told. You had the best choreography of the week. Did you dab? Absolutely. If you ever do it again in a video, I'll kill myself. But it was fucking fantastic for what you were doing. We all know the character that you portrayed. We've all seen this guy at a party. We've all seen this guy at a club. We know him. We don't like him, but we love you because this was so fucking funny. The gags with the captions were so much fun. You kind of did that thing that it's low tech meets high concept, which I appreciate very much. Yes, I agree that your framing situation could be a little bit different, but again, it didn't detract from what is easily one of my favorite videos of the week, maybe even one of my favorite videos in the past couple seasons. I just think that this was a lot of fun. So this is easily a toot for me. And up next we have Jenna. I thought that this was a lot of good energy. The lip sync was tight. I appreciated the touches and references to Gaga's video in the makeup and the coloring of the look. The thing was, for me, this was very similar to Vibology, including the framing issue that I pointed out last week. There was just a lot of dead air time where you kind of didn't look like you knew what to do during the intro, like the instrumental breaks, and it just seemed kind of sloppy in many ways. And I think that this is one of those times where you should have watched it back, maybe filmed one or two more, and that way you would have had a little bit more to decide from. Moving forward, I would say come up with more of a concept or a character, because there needs to be more than just I am going to throw every ounce of energy I have into this performance, which is fantastic, but I want to know if you can do more. I'm going to boot this. I'm interested to see what you do next week, though.
Okay. I agree with like some of the stuff that you said, but I have a lot of like gushing things to say. I personally, I like from your audition and like this video, I love your energy. You serve the type of like emotion and intensity, like in your like movements. Like you move so naturally. Your face is really expressive. Again, you give like really good intensity. Again, like what Mikey said, work on your framing. You know, that's a note. But you definitely took a lot of notes from the first one. I think that like you have a lot of good like performance skills and that translates really well on video. Like I understand why you frame the way you do because like you're high energy, you're trying to get your whole body in there and whatnot. And I think that if and when you start to explore like concepts, storylines for things, like I got a little bit of like planning in this one with like some of the stuff that you did, but once you really start like creating like storylines in your things, like I think a ton of people should watch out because you've already got the performance aspect like down. So yeah, I'm gonna toot this. Yeah, I'm gonna toot this. Not it is your last video, but it's definitely a toot.
You are so damn precious. Like, I want to pinch your little damn cheeks. I adore you. I thought this video was super cute. I think, like, Mikey and Sean said, you took critique, you took notes. You're not filming in portrait, which is fantastic. Really appreciate that. I already told you that, film a little bit higher, and from what I know, you're gonna do it, so let's hope that that sticks. I really liked the touch with the crown, everything that you did with the crown. I thought that was really cool. I think Mikey really hit the nail on the head for me and everything that I wanted to say. I think it was a little bit sloppy in places. I would love for you to do something with more of a high concept. And I think Judas was such a good time for you to do something that was a lot more high concept rather than just very high energy. The only two other things that I really would have to say is don't ever wear those glasses again, because you have such good eyes when you're thinking and when you're performing. Like, you give amazing face, and those glasses really obscured that for me. And if you're ever in Kentucky, hit a bitch up. I run an Ollie Just Drag show, and I would be more than happy to have you in my show, legitimately. I think you are an amazing performer, and you can turn the fucking party. So this is a toot for me. It is a gentle toot, because I'm worried that if you keep doing videos like this, that you're not going to go very far, and I want you to go far.
And next up is Jules Ofsco. And I have a ton to say about this. Like, it's definitely a departure from your audition. Like, it wasn't a sync that was like super conceptual like your audition was. Like, I loved your audition. It was like my second favorite audition because I just love it. Like, I love the song choice, everything that you did with that. But I thought this was like super fun too. Like, you definitely showed like that you were having fun with it. Like, I thought it was super cute, super fun. I'm excited to see what you do going forward because this was like so different from your audition. Like, you showed that you can just like film like a straight up like sync, just a moving sync like this. Your cameraman like did you a lot of justice with everything. The song choice was for me. I thought it was fun, but it wasn't like my favorite song choice. But it's whatever. Like, I don't have to like everybody's music taste. You looked like you were having a ton of fun filming it. Like, and that's what got me into the video, and that's why I really liked it. And yeah, I'm excited to see what you do going forward after like your two videos. This is a definite toot for me. Definite toot for me.
Okay, well, ignore Sean's white bread ass and not liking Jai-Ho, because the song is fucking amazing. He can choke.
Alright, whatever.
Okay, Whitey. This really is one of my favorite songs. It's a song that I've always wanted to perform, but I, too, am a Whitey, and I never feel like I could do it justice. So I'm glad that somebody finally did it. I mean, it was a really fun video. You were clearly into it. I loved, like, all the little dance moves that you did. I wish it was a little bit higher energy in a lot of places. I feel like your energy wavered a lot, and I feel like you went where I wanted you to go, on like, it's like, you're the reason that I want to believe. It's been I have the video muted, so I can't actually hear the lyrics right now, but like, on that part, you had energy. But I felt like every other place it was kind of a little bit more stagnant. Good job for doing a fucking public sync for week 1 and dancing out in the streets of Chicago. I would not have the fucking balls to do that, so props for that.
It's like super fun. It's super fun.
You and Sean are insane. I don't know how you guys did it.
I did it like in the middle of downtown with like people like walking by. I thought it was super fun, but
yeah, like, I liked this video. I don't really have that much to say about it. I think you're definitely somebody to look out for, and I think you're going to be a huge competitor in this competition. So I'm excited to see what you do. But yeah, I mean, I'll toot it. Yeah.
I got Shady Guava teas from this audition, from this video. I think that the lip sync itself was super tight. The song choice was really unexpected compared to your audition. I think that the idea of kind of performing to your camera person and therefore to the audience and kind of dragging them along with you on this adventure for the song, I thought was a smart idea and very fun. I agree with Blake. There were a couple times where it seemed like you were just kind of, all right, what should I do next? I'll spin. Okay, what should I do next? I'll dance a little. So just, if you're going to do something like this, plan it out just a tiny bit more, because there were moments where it just kind of looked like it looked spur of the moment in a way that wasn't always super flattering for you. But that being said, it didn't take me out of it. I enjoyed this a lot. You had my favorite audition of last week, so I'm again very with everybody else looking forward to what you're going to do next. So this is a complete 2 for me.
And up next we have resident absolute fucking cunt, I adore you, KH Roxas. This was like such a fucking funny video, and I pointed it out together too, because I had to rewatch this video because I couldn't stop laughing at that fucking picture of you in the back. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Please include it in every video. Like, make it the Tony the Tiger of my things, please. I thought this concept was awesome. I think it was really clever. I think it was very on brand for you. I think it was very personal for you, and I appreciated that. And I appreciate that you are taking things from your life and you are applying it to your videos, because I feel like that's not something that people do often. And just for you to do it, 1, it was very unexpected for you, just for me, and 2, it works so damn well. The song choice was very right. You serenading that damn pizza had me cackling. You had really good mouth. You had really good emotion in your face. I think the sync was a little bit off, if I remember correctly.
That was the overlay that was a little bit off.
It was the overlay, yeah. That's what I meant to say. Thank you. Yeah, that really was the only thing that I had a problem with. I think you're surprising everybody, because you've been here for so long, and you are showing that you've been here for so long. You have watched these damn videos. You know how to do well in this competition. Keep up on this upward trajectory. I think you are a dark horse in this competition that could really surprise everybody. So, oh damn, is it dark horse or black horse? Did I just pull a Jocelyn Fox?
No, but trying to fix it, you did.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna toot this video and then kill myself.
The first thing that I wrote down was, what a cute concept, how dare you? Because, like Blake said, you pulled something that those of us in the Discord know that has been kind of an ongoing thing for you, something that you are constantly kind of at odds with, but you took it and turned it into something just genuine and funny and so smart. Like, it's one of those concepts that I look at and I go, God damn it, I wish I'd thought of it. And that's the highest praise I can give, because it's really just so well thought out, well executed. I really don't have anything negative to say about this video. I think that your audition had a few issues, but everything about your audition that I felt kind of lacked, this made up for, and then some. This was just so clever, so funny. Spoken word is something that you excel at, but I definitely think that you are a comedy queen at heart, and I can't wait to see more of that from you. This is a total toot for me.
Yeah, this is an absolute toot for me. This was like almost like, for a lot of the reasons that they said, this was almost a shoot for me, but the overlay. But I'm like that extra person that like I went and looked for the song, tried to like sync it up to see like how good the sync was, and like the sync was on. Like the sync itself, like if it was like overlaid correctly, it was on as well. But I loved like absolutely everything about this video. I loved it. This is like the Roxas that like I wanted to see in the competition. This is what I knew like Roxas could bring to the competition, and like I'm so happy to see it. Like everything was well thought out, the props, the storyline, like everything worked so well with it. Like, and it was clever, it was funny, like it was so cute, it was personal, like, you know, like I have nothing bad to say about it, but the overlay, like it's almost a shoot for me, but because of the overlay, I can't, like, I really want to, because otherwise this is like my absolute favorite video of the week. And like this is like what I want to see like going forward. This is what I want to see from a lot of people going forward, like telling a storyline, thinking out like your entire sync like this. Like when I say like I'm looking for like a storyline, like add something here or storyline, this video is what I'm talking about. So this is like 100%, like 100% a toot. And I think everybody should watch out for you going forward in the competition if you keep this up. Absolutely. Lala Chate, aka Raven Knight, as I know them. I've said a lot of things about you to you about this video. Like it's definitely a toot to start off with. Like it's definitely a toot. Like the intro, the way you set up the video, like the framing in the opening shot set up this video like so well. I love the choice of the location. I love the lighting you use. Both of them were really like striking. They sold the concept like right away. Again, that's what I'm talking about, like thinking about everything, like your location, like really sell the concept. Like right as you looked at the camera, like I got like super chills. A lot of the emoting was really good. Your movements were really good. Nothing felt like super static about it. You played really well with like the lighting as well, with like your different levels on the camera, and I really like that. Shades of emotion going on throughout the video. The one thing that I told Raven, and I'll tell like everybody else, I guess, is that one, I would have tweaked the makeup just to make it like a little bit darker, like around your eyes. And maybe it's just a personal note, but I like don't be afraid to like really like punch like some sections, especially like like the end of the chorus, like lying limp in your own hands, and then like hit it, like hit a lot of that like chorus section. Don't be afraid to like punch some sections with more intensity, over exaggerate, because I feel like the chorus in the song was the most impactful part. But you definitely moved with purpose. Like this is like absolutely well thought out, 100% toot. Excited to see what you do going forward.
Yeah, I like this a lot. It was a definite departure from her audition, and I think it was a direction that others wouldn't go, and they didn't, and I think that really set her apart. The mouth shapes could have been a little bit bigger in spots, but what I liked is that the silhouette, you could still tell what she was doing, and that gave a different effect that I thought was really cool. I think that the idea of what she was going for was clear, like Sean said, from the first moment, but it didn't glamorize it or make anybody uncomfortable with it. I think that going serious and bare was a real risk, and I think it paid off, because this is one of those videos that I was thinking about after it ended, and this is a total toot.
I am just so fucking glad you picked this video instead of your Harley Quinn one, because I love this video so much. I think it is so deeply raw and personal for you. Somebody pointed it out in the Together tube that you can see the shadow lip syncing behind you, and I was shook because that is such a good small touch, and I don't even think you intended to do it. And if you did, you are like 3 steps ahead of everybody, and you are somebody to be feared for that.
I forgot to bring keys.
And okay, Sean, somebody forgot to bring keys. Damn, I just lost my train of thought. It was a really good video. I appreciate that you are stepping outside of this drag character of Lachate that you have, and that you are bringing Jackie into this. And I think that's really wonderful. And I hope that you continue, you know, producing videos like this. I'm really glad that you now are a part of this community again, and I'm glad that you came back. And, you know, you're a wonderful person, and I adore you. And good luck. I'm gonna tweet this video.
Right, and last up is Miss Tony A. Ward. I have like nothing but good things to say about this. This is like, I'll start off by saying this is like an absolute shoot for me right off the bat. I love like how the props like immediately like tied into the storyline. Just make sure again, like I think somebody gave the note already, like make sure like they're completely in frame. But I mean, I didn't think it detracted, like I could read them. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You serve like this kind of like sass like really well, like this kind of stripped down video really well. It gave me like similar vibes to like your in just the like framing of the video that you gave like in your basic week video, and also really like your season 4 audition, which like I voted for you like season 4, and I think that you do this type of like stripped down video really well. Like you can just like serve it and like give it to the camera. But like comparing like this to your season 4 and like your basic week, like you can just see like how much you've improved like since then, because you were giving it, you were hitting like every word. Like this was so tight, and like you were giving it to me, you were giving it to that camera, and I loved it. So yeah, absolute 100% shoot for me. Watch out for you.
You're so fucking incredible, my season 4 sister. My fucking god. First of all, come back. Made me cackle. Everything about this was so goddamn funny. You took critique, you worked on your enunciation and the way you wrap your lips around the words, and that is so goddamn commendable. Because you did not come to fucking play. I think you're really the first returnee that has been on Lip Sync for Your Life that really has a shot to win, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think Calypso was really ever gonna win. But yeah, I think you could. I think my one critique that I have for you is that while I appreciated the jokes about, you know, get fucked Tony and the box cutter, I thought that was hilarious. A lot of the viewers that aren't in the Discord and that don't know you are not going to get that. And that, you know, that could be kind of exclusionary in a way. So be careful in choosing the jokes that you make. But other than that, this is fucking fantastic. Easy to.
I think that meta jokes are not only welcome, but encouraged, because first and foremost, the audience for these videos is this community. And anybody that has been around the block or that takes the time to go back into the threads and go through will get most of those jokes. The box cutter one, maybe not, but I fucking screamed when I saw it. For those that maybe aren't familiar, box cutter is the nickname of one of Tony's exes. You can draw your own conclusions as to why. But I think that this is definitely aimed at the audience that is receiving it, and I think that that was perfect. The enunciation was there, the character was there. It was such a smart choice for you to make with this. I think that the only thing that could be said is, yeah, your cape was slightly out of frame, but again, that does not detract from anything that went on in this video. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I hope you won this week, because you obviously deserve it, because this was flawless in terms of presentation. So I'll give it a shoot as well.
And we will be ending our video with our top toots of the week. We have chosen to all pick one because we just love you all so much, and also I wanted to fight. My top toot of the week is 100% Andrea. I think this video is so fucking good! I love it so much! I'm so proud of you! You are one of my favorite people, and I'm so glad that you're a part of our community and that you've joined us, and I hope that you stick around no matter what happens, but I don't see any way that you go home this week, so you have to stick around anyway. Obviously, you are my #1 vote. I may share my other votes in a later point in time. We will decide, but yeah. Let's hand it off to Sean to hear his, or Mikey, excuse me, to hear his top toot.
My top toot of the week is the person whose video I thought was absolutely perfect from beginning to end, and that is Miss Tony A. Ward, who I also gave a vote to this week. And Sean is going to reveal his top toot.
Toot of the week is the video that I personally enjoyed the best, which is KH Roxas. And I haven't voted yet, so I'm going to do that probably right after this video.
Alright, well, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. As we say every week, if you felt hurt or offended by anything that we said this week, we are all absolutely here to listen to what you have to say, and we will try to explain what we said in a way that hopefully doesn't make us sound like assholes. Everything that we say comes from a place of love and a place of trying to help you all grow. We are so glad that you are all here and that you are keeping this community alive, and that's all I got. Anything else?
Absolutely. And if... Go ahead.
No, go for it.
Okay, and like I said, if anybody wants, like, you know, more like in-depth feedback, if you want to run videos by me, feel free to like hit me up, hit any of us up, really. Like, we're here to like give constructive criticism, critique, what have ya. Like, my PM box is always open. Like, if you're not sure about like a critique I gave here, or if you want to hear a critique on like a take you're trying to decide from, I will do my damnedest to try to do that. Yeah.
Okay, I believe that is all. Thank you so much, Sean, for joining us. I'm sure that your opinion as third out of Season 5 will hold a lot of weight.
I think it does, but you know, it may vary.
That was fucking savage.
That was so mean. I've been watching these videos since Season 1, so I mean...
And you still went out third.
And I still went out third, you know? But I think my opinion holds, like, a little bit of weight. I mean, like be somebody that, like, makes these videos to give good critique. I mean, look at, like, Agent. Roxas was giving critique, like, for years before, like, Roxas got onto Season 6. So you really, like... It really just takes, like, you know, being able to give constructive criticism, so...
Oh god, I can't help but dragging Sean. Alright, thank you all for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to all of your Funkweek videos, and I hope you have a wonderful whatever time that you end up watching this video. Bye, guys!